So this is who's going to be talking to you today. Um, Unless you want to talk to him. Do you want to talk to him, or do you want to talk to me? This is my first official face-to-face video on this channel. On my other YouTube channel, you could actually see a couple of videos of me talking about ADHD, which is what I basically go through. But this is definitely not about ADHD. This specific channel is just on the paranormal, the occult, and urban exploration. Also things of the unknown. So basically I'm doing this video because I went to Kings Park Psychiatric Center. If most of you are not familiar with Kings Park Psychiatric Center, it is an abandoned mental hospital, an insane asylum in Long Island, New York. And I went there this past weekend, and I've been there before. I went about 5 years ago. I went there basically 3 times 5 years ago in a matter of one summer. And I don't know, I was attracted to the place. I kept going. I kept telling my friend at that time I really wanted to go. This time I went with my boyfriend, but I went to a different building this time around. I went to Building 15. And Building 15, first let me give a background on Kings Park Psychiatric Hospital. It's basically over 100 years old. And not all the buildings are remaining because it was one of the largest psychiatric facilities in New York. It had its own firehouse, it had its own farm, it had its own power plant, water tower. It was, sorry about that, I'm using my Mac. It was basically one of the largest psychiatric facilities in the country. So there was buildings, over 140 buildings. And it was basically like a community. Everything was functioned on its own, like a small town. Now, doctors lived there in their own homes there. They had homes for the doctors. They even had a nursing school on site. It was one of the largest facilities in the country. So, basically, a lot of the buildings have been demolished because a lot of them have been rotting away. Some of it has been turned into state park land now, New York State Park land. But the ones remaining, 2 of the ones remaining, I think, are the most insidious, because I think those are the ones that I believe could be haunted. The one we went to was Building 15, and Building 15 was known as the Wisteria House, also known as the house where they held the most violent patients. So I didn't know this till we got into the building. And I didn't feel anything, you know how usually ghost hunters or ghost adventurers, they're like, I feel dark presence here or something. I didn't feel anything like that, I didn't feel any heaviness or anything. Maybe I'm not as susceptible as other people are. Some people could feel these things. I really couldn't feel them. I couldn't feel anything. But we went into one of the passageways, and my boyfriend was taking a picture. I told him to take a picture of the hallway. And we had our ghost stuff with us because I've always wanted to do paranormal investigating. And finally, now that we have the equipment, we could start doing it. So we had a few ghost stuff. We had an EMF detector, the standard one, which you'll see in the video I'm going to show you. We also had it's the one that reads the temperature, the standard one as well. And we also used a trick that a lot of paranormal investigators use. You take a mag flashlight and you put it towards, it's a skinny flashlight. It's like this thin. Ours is black, you'll see that in the video. And about this tall, small flashlight. You basically put it wherever you think the entity or spirit might be, and you loosen it so that it's easy to turn on and turn off. So the entity could do it. But you leave it off, of course. So you'll see in the video exactly what we did. He set up the light so if there was something with us there, then they could easily turn it on. The minute we got into that passageway, we noticed before even we set up the flashlight or decided to do any paranormal investigating in that building, we saw the EMF detector, which you'll see in the video, go off insanely. It was just sparking like crazy, and I've never seen that before. And we've done sessions in his house, and it has gone up, but like maybe once or twice in like a matter of 2 hours. This was going up nonstop. It was, you'll see exactly what I'm saying when I show you the video. And this was on a chair. Mind you, these buildings are abandoned. There's no electricity. And if there is, it's definitely not on a chair. So in my mind, I've never seen anything like this before. So I was just like, okay, maybe there's some explanation for it. So I kept doubting it. Then we set up the mag light. He was like, maybe there's someone here. So he set up the mag light, and my boyfriend asked the question, is there someone here with us? Within 2 minutes, or less than 2 minutes, the freaking light goes on. And my first reaction was just, wow. This is not fake. This is not a joke. Like, the spirit world actually does exist. And I always thought it did. And I've had a paranormal experience before, which I won't speak about. I was like 14. This was like over 10 years ago. But to actually physically, like visually see that there is something else in the room with us that is not human and that is from the spirit world shocked me. Like, that was it. Honestly, it's one of the best pieces of evidence that I've seen. Even in all these ghost shows that they have, it's one of the best pieces of evidence I've seen. And this is why I wanted to share it with you guys. So all those skeptics out there that think that, oh, it's bullshit, you know, all these... The truth is, some shows do exaggerate, and some shows, ghost hunting shows, do have the cast to, you know, exaggerate things and make up things, and a lot of it is fake. But that doesn't mean that the spiritual world is fake. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. But it's very rare to catch paranormal activity wherever you are. It depends where you are as well. But knowing that we were in Building 15, which was the most violent building in Kings Park Psychiatric Hospital, with the most violent patients, makes sense. And the fact that this hospital had a very dark history concerning lobotomies and frontal lobotomies. They also did shock therapy for people that I read, people that didn't even need it, people who were depressed got shock therapy without being put to sleep or anything. These people were tortured, and I don't care what the psychiatric department or industry has to say, saying that it was at that time one of the best forms of how do you say it? One of the leading. It was actually back in the day. It was seen as one of the leading ways to heal people who had behavioral issues, violent issues, psychosis patients. This was before the era of medication, before, you know, certain medications are used nowadays that they didn't have back then that could control these bipolar tendencies or schizophrenia. But back then they believed frontal lobotomies were an effective way, and shock therapy were an effective way of treating these patients who were aggressive or who had depression. I don't understand how they thought that actually helped, because it in reality, it just turned them into a vegetable. It didn't really help them. It basically just shut them down like a robot. And I don't know how they see that as scientific. And I'm so sorry. I'm going off topic. But anyways, so point is, these people were tortured. Even if it was scientifically proven to help or not, the point is, these patients were freaking tortured. And these spirits, tortured spirits, are bound to remain in a place like that. And they're bound to not be very positive spirits, because they're angry. And a lot of them probably were, because they also held people who were criminals there, criminally insane people. So they're probably negative spirits. And this particular spirit was a patient. He was a patient, and you'll see in the video, which I'm going to show you in the next minute. In the video, you see what we ask him if he was a patient here, and etc., etc. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but anyways, I just wanted to give a background on Kings Park and the dark history of the psychiatric hospital before you guys see the video. But I'm making this video because I want all the skeptics out there to see that this is not a joke, it's not fake, spiritual world does exist. This is one of the most authentic pieces of evidence, and just for the purpose of people trying to debunk it or trying to think that I did something to the video, it's filmed on an iPhone. It has no effects whatsoever, no effects. I didn't do anything to the video, so it's 100% authentic, and I'm going to show it to you now, and we'll talk in a bit.
There you go. Just has Spike.
Yeah,
Just has Spike. Okay, I set up a flashlight there. See if they could twist the light on. We're in Kings Park Psychiatric Center, building 15. I'm a little EMF detector here. It's going off like crazy. And we know this is authentic because this was here the whole time and was not doing this. Oh, the lights went on.
There is someone here.
Lights went on.
And they're pretty strong. There's definitely
If there's anyone here right now, can you please do me the favor of turning the light off? Light you just turned on, can you turn it off? I see that you're making my EMF detector go off. If you had the power to turn the light on, can you please turn it off? To prove to me that you are here.
Wow.
Turn it off. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are in building 15. These are where the violent ones were. Thank you very much.
Violent patients.
As you can see, it's crazy right now. Okay, you know what, Alright, so if you like to talk to us, we are giving you the opportunity to talk to us now. If you are a male, turn the light on again.
Give it some time.
Okay,
It's a male.
you're a male. Excellent. Thank you. If you can turn the light off so we can ask more questions, that'll be great. If you can turn the light off, please.
Take some time.
If you can please turn the light off, put your energy towards the, thank you very much. Thank you. If you were a
Patient
here in building 15, can you please turn the light on? If you were a patient here in building 15, can you please turn the light on? Okay, so, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You could turn the light off, please, and we could ask you more questions, please.
Yeah, he's like trying to turn it off.
I see that you're trying to turn it off. He's like, yep. He's trying to turn it off.
Yeah.
He's trying. Thank you very much. Okay. Did you pass away in this hospital? If you passed away in this hospital, in this facility, in the Kings Park Psychiatric Center, can you turn the light on if you passed away here? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
That was on and off. That was quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That was yes.
What if we try to help him to move on?
Are you trying to move on?
Well, he has to turn it
Yeah.
off.
Oh, yeah. I can't. Yeah. Don't really know. So if you could turn the light off.
I think he's trying to.
The music's going crazy. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow. It's going crazy right now.
I think he probably robes are
Oh.
here most likely.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know what? So it's gonna be. Let's work this. Yes or no. If it's a yes, you turn the light on. If it's a no, we'll give you time and just don't turn the light on. Okay. Are you between the age of 20 and 30 when you passed away? Yes.
Yeah, so he's young.
20 and 30. Okay. Wow, I'm getting chills right now, babe.
Yeah.
This whole, you know, could catch it on camera.
Pray in your head.
Huh?
Pray in your head.
Yeah.
He's trying to turn it off.
You would turn the light off? At least if the cops come, they'll be like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Paranormal investigation,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Have some video evidence.
Yeah, he turned it off.
Thank you. Thank you. What should we ask?
If he wants to try to move on.
Are you trying to move on? Are you trying to find the light? You are. Trying to find the light.
Wait,
You turn it off now, please.
yeah, he is.
Maybe just put on the ghost box, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's tell him that we're gonna do that.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna take out my other meter,
Oh,
babe.
this. Oh, hold
If
this.
you just hold it for me, you just
Okay.
like point it at that. All right, so I'm going to put another meter here next to you. Okay. This one works not as well as the one over there, but does work. It will sense your energy. So maybe he's right here. He's trying.
Yeah.
Hey.
Remember that one stopped working? It was dead, remember? Jamie said it was dead.
It was?
Yeah.
This is the one we used yesterday. Oh,
But in the living room, he said it wasn't working.
it was working. I turned it off.
After the session?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember him saying it wasn't working.
No, the thing that wasn't working was the recorder.
No, that was the first session.
The second session the other day, the recorder was
It's turning
working.
on the light. Why?
Let me see if I can heat. Here 72 degrees. 73.
Try here.
74 degrees. 72. This is a consistent 70. 73. If this drops like 60, no, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Drop like 10 degrees.
Can you like hold it and like move it around? Perhaps you can.
It's getting here.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I wish the thing with the water. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can.
He can't move on yet.
The second you're talking about him moving on, this was going off.
Yeah. Well, there's all spirits that want to move on too.
So you're trying to move on. So make up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Up, yeah, and the light turn on again.
Yeah.
It's all blurry here. There you go. If you can try to put your energy to tip over that water bottle. I'm getting orbs here.
It could be the dust too,
It-
since you're on the close to the ground.
It could be dust, yeah. You're right. I'm just getting a little bit things flying.
Yeah, I saw
Alright.
that too when I was kneeling.
Yeah.
But that look at that EMF.
Yeah.
That's going off like crazy.
Yeah.
There's definitely more than one spirit here.
There's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
A lot of energy. If you can try to tip over that water bottle,
We'd appreciate.
we really appreciate it. I wish I had the recorder.
Yeah, me too.
I think I knew one.
I wish I had one.
It turned off again. I'm gonna see if I have Alright, baby, I'm gonna end the session here. Okay, we just want to say we thank you so much for being so cooperative and for communicating with us, and we hope we helped you out by being noticed, and we hope you move on. I guess that's a thank you.
Perhaps.
Cool. Alright. Alright. Well, thank you very much.
That was the video, the first half of the video. I'm going to show you, just so you guys think that that we had someone behind the light trying to turn it off and on and it wasn't a spirit. I'm going to show you guys the same video. I'm going to brighten it. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to brighten it on iMovie so you could see everything brighter because it was dark in there. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So you could see there was no one there. No one there but the flashlight and the EMF detector on the chair and the bottle, which he couldn't turn. The entity that we spoke to couldn't flip, which we tried to, like you just saw, we tried to tell him to do that, but it takes spirits a lot of energy to push things, push objects. It takes a lot from them. So I'm going to show you a brighter version of the video just so you skeptics out there don't think there was someone behind the freaking light or above it or whatever. Some magic trick.
You just turn it on. Can you turn it off? I see that you're making my EMF detector go off. If you had the power to turn the light on, can you please turn it off? To prove to me that you are here.
Wow.
Turn it off. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are in building 15. These are where the violent ones were. Thank you very much.
Violent patients.
As you can see, it's crazy right now. Okay, you know what? Alright, so if you like to talk to us, we're giving you the opportunity to talk to us now. If you are a male, turn the light on again.
Give it some time.
Okay,
It's a male.
you're a male. Excellent. Thank you. If you can turn the light off so we can ask more questions, that'll be great. If you can turn the light off, please.
Takes him some time.
If you can please turn the light off, put your energy towards the, thank you very much. Thank you. If you were a
Patient
here in building 15, can you please turn the light on? If you were a patient here in building 15, can you please turn the light on? Okay, so, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You could turn the light off, please, and we could ask you more questions, please.
Yeah, he's like trying to turn it off.
I see that you're trying to turn it off. He's like, yep. He's trying to turn it off.
Yeah.
He's trying. Trying. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Did you pass away in this hospital? If you passed away in this hospital, in this facility, in the Kings Park Psychiatric Center, can you turn the light on if you passed away? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
That was on and off. That was quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That was yes.
Okay, so there you go. There was no one behind the light. There was no one above it. There was no one under it. There was no one on the side of it. It was just a freaking light. That right there shows perfect evidence that the spiritual world exists. There's no debunking it. There's no debunking that video. There's no debunking what happened. There isn't. So every agnostic or whatever person out there that doesn't believe in spirits, there's your proof. They're out there. There's something out there other than humans and animals. There's something out there, and it's time for you to wake up and stop being so ignorant. And that's why I wanted to do this video, because there's so many skeptics out there that I just want them to shut up and actually open their eyes and realize that they are not the only freaking species besides animals on this planet, and there's something more than the physical realm. There's something out there, and it's time for them to stop being so ignorant and actually open their eyes. Now, I also want to say that whoever attempts or who is ghost hunting, there's a lot of dangers that follow with these things, because after the session we did at Building 15, everything was fine. But hours later, when we went to the diner, now, before I say any of this, my boyfriend's the type of guy who never, ever gets angry. Ever. And I mean never. Like, he never gets angry, like, no matter what. It's like, it's just not in him. He's just not that type of person who gets angry at things. He always finds a solution for something, and he's amazing. Me, I get angry. I get angry almost at least every week. Or every day. I could be a very angry person. But he's not. He's not that type of person whatsoever. It's sometimes I think he's like a freaking an oddity, because he never gets freaking angry, ever. So we go to the diner, the usual diner we go to. He ordered a sandwich the same night after we went to Kings Park and we had that session. This was on Sunday. So he orders a sandwich. The sandwich ends up being the guy who made the sandwich obviously forgot certain things that come in the sandwich. It was onions, and he forgot onions, and I think so, I forgot what it was, but he forgot 2 things to put in the sandwich. I noticed my boyfriend started saying, "What is this? This guy didn't put, everything in the sandwich, blah, blah, blah." Normally I'm thinking, oh, he'll get over, he's gonna eat the sandwich and we're just gonna leave, because that's how he is. Nothing affects him. He never gets upset. So he keeps talking about it, and then I start to feel like the energy next to me, and I never feel these things, but he was sitting right next to me. The energy that I was feeling from him was off. It was different, just totally different. And he started to get even more upset, and he started arguing about this, saying that a simple sandwich, blah, blah, blah. Like, I lost my appetite. It got to the point where he said he lost his appetite, and he pushed away the plate. I've never seen him do that before. And we've gone to that same diner, and they've gotten something wrong before, and he never acted that way. Never. He was completely pissed, and I have never seen him pissed before, ever. And over something like that, I've never ever seen him like that. And the reason why I'm saying never is I'm emphasizing that this was completely off for him. And we got back in the car, and he was still thinking about it and talking about it, and he went into a whole conversation on how people are incompetent and how people are lazy, and he was just angry. Like, I never heard him talk about people this way, never heard him act this way, especially over a sandwich. I was like, what is going on? When we arrived to my house, because he was driving me home, he told me he wasn't feeling himself and that he felt guilty for giving the waiter an attitude. He never gives anyone an attitude. This is the kind of guy who's nice to every single person he meets. He's so polite, beyond polite, which is a compliment, but sometimes I think he's too polite. But anyways, so like I'm saying, he started to realize that he wasn't himself, and that what he got angry about was exaggerated, and it made no sense. And he said he felt weird ever since Kings Park, and he never told me anything because he was basically trying to not worry me. He thought it was possibly going to go away. It was a temporary thing, so he didn't tell me anything until like later on in the night when he drove me home. And I told him, I was like, do you think, since we were talking to a violent patient, which is a negative spirit, that he probably followed you home? And he said, well, I've been feeling weird since then, and I haven't told you. So automatically I thought, okay, we need to do a cleansing. We didn't pray before entering the building. We prayed after. Usually we do a protection prayer, and we did it after and inside the building, which is wrong. You're supposed to do it before, and especially before you enter wherever you're going to ghost hunt. And you're supposed to do it after you leave that location. Because if you do it at the location like we did after, either it's too late or something could attach to you on the way out. So what we basically didn't take the steps correctly, and possibly that spirit could have followed him home, or attached to him, or maybe just affected him mentally. But I told him, I was like, listen, we need to do a cleansing, and usually I use sage and a couple of other herbs and incense to do a cleansing, which I will be doing on Friday on him. But so my point is that if any of you guys are ghost hunting, or even doing any sessions at your house, anything to do with connecting with the spiritual world, even if you think you're connecting to a positive spirit or a positive entity, be careful. Like, you need to prepare. You need to do a protection prayer always, before and after a session, any session. It doesn't matter if you think you're speaking to a loved one, because demons like to be wolves in sheep's clothing. They like to hide and think that and trick people and make them believe that they are the ghost of a dead loved one, or a dead spirit who needs help, you know, who needs help finding the light. A lot of them are manipulative, and they make believe that their name is, you know, such and such, and they pretend to be other people. They're imposters. So you have to be careful with who you're speaking to, and you have to always remember to, before and after, to protect yourself. And that's something that I wanted to also address to people out there who are doing spiritual communication of any sort. So that's my first part of my most astounding evidence that I've ever caught, actually. And I finally get to share it with the world, and I finally get to shut the mouths of skeptics with that. But basically, I'm going to be also investigating another location. We will be going back to Kings Park Psychiatric Center to check out Building 93, which is a beautiful building. I will show a picture of the building that we took. The architecture is absolutely beautiful. I'll show a picture after I stop talking, because I talk so much. We're going to be going there. I'll be taking more pictures, and also we will be doing another session. And this time I will record the whole entire time that I'm in the building, so you guys could see a visual of inside of Kings Park's biggest building yet. But that's all for now, and I guess stay tuned for the next piece of ghost hunting evidence that I find, if I do, because honestly, I don't know if I ever will find such a, how do you say it, complacent entity like we did. That spirit, whether bad or good, I'm not sure. He definitely was willing to communicate, more than willing, and I got the feeling that he didn't want us to leave, and that's not good. So I'm not sure if we will find the same type of activity, the same type of high activity as we did in Building 15, but we will be going back to Building 93 and doing sessions there. And so pissed that we didn't have the what do you call it? Sorry, my mind is blank right now. We didn't have the EVP recorder, because I think we would have caught some really good responses, and probably would have known this guy's name if it was even a dead guy. It could have been a demon or whatever, because honestly, demons would lurk in an abandoned building where violent patients used to roam and have died in before. But anyways, I'm off topic again. Like I was saying, so I'll let you guys go. I will be posting more videos, like I said, on my ghost hunting travels. Till then, be safe, and don't forget to protect yourself before communicating with anything that has to do with another dimension or out of this world.